Good evening, all of you. I am Professor Gadekar, Chhatrapati Shivaji College, Satara. So I am going to discuss today uh, about the very important topic in statistics, and question is always asked on this topic, and that is the simple verbal repetition. So let me explain you first of all. That is, it is not repetition. Actually, repetition means like the word repeated words, but it is a repetition, a kind of a parallelism. John Leach has given this topic in his book, A Linguistic Gap in English Poetry. So here we are going to learn what is verbal repetition. So this is also an important question regarding set exam and regarding our MA syllabus. So what is verbal repetition? So actually verbal repetition, verbal repetition is a regular feature of poetry. A regular feature of poetry. Regular feature of poetry. Poets often use this device for intensifying feeling. For intensifying a feeling. It is the psychological nature of man. It is a psychological nature of man to repeat the words of prominent meaning. Repeat the words of prominent meanings. So this is verbal repetition. So Leach has divided this verbal repetition into two categories, two broad categories. Verbal repetitions are divided by Leach into two categories. Leach considered it has under the title verbal repetition. According to Leach, verbal repetition is equal to parallelism. So Leach has divided verbal repetition into two broad categories. That is, one is schemes and the other is tropes. Schemes and tropes. So what is schemes and what is tropes? According to Leach, what is schemes? So schemes means foregrounded regularities. Foregrounded regularities of expression. Foregrounded regularities of expression. That is known as a schemes. He has given very good example. For example, he has given very good example. That is the foregrounded regularities of expression. This is the definition. Leach has given very good example. That is the farewell the tranquil mind. Farewell the tranquil mind. Farewell the content. Farewell the content. So here the farewell. This is known as the schemes. Again, he has also focused upon about tropes. What is tropes according to him? So tropes means foregrounded irregularities, foregrounded irregularities of content. Foregrounded irregularities of content. For example, a grape apple. This is the example from Thomas Dylan's poem. That is the Dylan Thomas poem. So this is the different one. So these are the verbal repetition. These are the two broad categories of verbal repetition. One is schemes, another is tropes. Schemes means foregrounded regularities of expression. For example, farewell the tranquil mind, farewell the content. Whereas tropes means foregrounded irregularities of content. That is the Agree that. There are different types of verbal repetitions given by Lee. So we are going to learn here one by one. So there are different types of verbal repetitions. And so these repetitions we are going to learn here. The first and foremost is that is also very important regarding our exam, and also very important regarding all other questions. That is the first is that is the that is the that is the that is the anaphora. Anaphora means the repetition comes the repetition comes the repetition comes at the initial position at the initial position of the line or of the phrase or sentence. The repetition comes at the initial position of the line or clause or phrase. That is known as a that is the repetition comes at the initial position of the line or clause or any phrase at the beginning of the line. That is known as a, and this figure of speech or this stylistic device is also very important. For example, very good example, where the mind is without fear. Where the mind is without fear. Where the mind is without fear. Sorry, it's a formula is that. Sorry, this it has formula also. This is the formula. What is the formula of this device, stylistic device? And so formula of this stylistic device is that is the formula that is the a dash 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 a dot 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 again second a dot dot dot. It means the very first line there is repetition. Very first line. For example, William Wordsworth has given very good example. 5 years have 5 years have passed. 5 years have passed. 5 summers. 5 summers with the length of 5 long winters. 5 long winters. And again I hear this water. And again I hear these waters. So this is that from Tilton Abbey. So here how anaphora is applied here. So here let me explain you. So formula of the anaphora is like that a dot 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 a dot dot dot. So here the very first line 5 or 5. That's why it is called this device. Our second example, where the mind is without fear. Where the mind is without fear. Where the mind is without fear. And the head is held high. And the head is held high. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Where knowledge is free. Where the knowledge is free. Where the knowledge is free. So here, see here, this is line. So here, where and where. Very first line. That is known as this is this device. After that, second device is there. After that, there is a one second device, and that is nothing but epistrophe. After that, we are going to learn second device. That is the epistrophe. What is epistrophe? In epistrophe, the repetition comes at the final position. That is known as the epistrophe. Second device is that is the epistrophe. Epistrophe. Epistrophe means the repetition comes at the final position. The repetition comes at the final position. Repetition comes at the final position. Its the formula is like that. That means dot 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 a or dot 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 a. It means the repetition comes at the final position. Very famous example here I would like to give you from TSC Let's poem Marina. So he has given very good example. For example, those who have sharpened the tooth of the dog. Those who have sharpened the tooth of the dog. Those who have sharpened the tooth of the dog, meaning death. Meaning death. He has written in the next line that is the meaning death. Those who glitter, those who sharpen the tooth of the dog, not have, those who sharpen the tooth of the dog, meaning they, those who glitter with the glory of the hummingbird, those who glitter with the glory of the hummingbird, meaning death. Those who sit in sty of content, meaning death. And those who suffer the ecstasy of the animals, meaning death. So here, this is the noun sentence. This is noun example. Which is taken from T.S. Eliot's poem Marine. But here we can consider two lines. Those who sharpen the tooth of the dog. Meaning death. And those who glitter with the glory of the hummingbird, meaning death. So here, see here how epistrophe is applied here. So what is formula of epistrophe? So those who sharpen the tooth of the dog, meaning death. Again, those who glitter with the glory of the hummingbird, meaning death. So meaning death. This sentence is repeated, or this word is repeated. So this is known as this stylistic device, verbal repetition, is known as a epistrophe. Next is antistrophe. Or we have one more example. For example, it is taken from the Bible. For example, when I was a child. For example, second example. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. So see here, So in this sentence, says when I was a child, I spoke as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. This is one word. Then third one, that is Anaphora, epistrophe. Third one is that is the antistrophe. Antistrophe. What do you mean by antistrophe? Here the repetition comes in a reverse word order. Here the repetition comes. The repetition comes. Repetition comes in a reverse word order. Reverse word order. If repetition comes in a reverse word order, its formula is that, for example, its formula is A dash B, B dash A, A dash B, and again B dash A. For example, what is recover? What is recover to he, or he to recover, or he to recover? He should be for. He should be for. So you see here, what is recover to him or he to recover? He should be for her. So here, what is recover to him or he to recover? So here, recover to him or he to recover. That's why it is known as this device. Then fourth one is that is the Symploce. Symploce. What is the Symploce? Next one is that is the Symploce. The Symploce is when initial combined with the final repetition. It is known as a Symploce. When initial combined with final repetition, it is known as a Symploce. Its formula is, what is the formula of the Symploce? So formula of the Symploce is that is the A dash B, A dash B, means the first part of the first line is repeated in the second part of the line, and last part of the first line is repeated in the second part of the line. For example, I will recruit myself and you as I go. I will recruit myself and you as I go. I will recruit myself and you as I go. I will scatter among men and women. Among men and women as I go. So here see here how here Symploce is employed, Symploce is used. So here I will recruit myself, and again as I go. Then I will scatter, and here as I go. That's why this is the Symploce. The first part of the line is come against second part of the line. Or one more example. This is the dead line. This is the dead line. This is from A. Series poem. This is from Walter Whitman's poem. the sum of open road. This is from TSC gets cold, the hollow bed. This is the dead land. This is the cactus land. This is the cactus land. This is the dead land. This is the cactus land. This is example of also parallelism also. But here we are going to learn in Symploce. So here this and land. Again this is repeated and land is repeated. This is known as a Symploce also. Next device is after Symploce we are going to learn Anadiplosis. Anadiplosis. What do you mean by the Anadiplosis? So here, let me explain you. Here, Anadiplosis means the last part of the line. The last part of the line is repeated. The next line. The next line and second line. The next line. The last part of the line is repeated is the next line. That is known as this device. For example, perilous seas in fairylands Anaphora. In perilous seas in fairylands Anaphora. The forlorn, the very word is like a brick. Forlorn. The very word is like a brick. So here, see here how your repetition comes. Perilous seas in fairylands Anaphora. And the spelling of this is the different one, that is the FAE. Fairylands Anaphora. So here, forlorn and forlorn. This repetition. Next is Epanalepsis. Number 6 is Epanalepsis. Six number is Epanalepsis. Epanalepsis. So what is Epanalepsis? Epanalepsis means the first part of the line. The first part of the line or any sentence is repeated in the last line or at the last line or in the last part of the line. The last part of the line. That is known as the Epanalepsis. What is meant by the Epanalepsis? The part of the line, that is the first part of the line. Part means the first part. The first part of the line is repeated in the last part of the line. The first part of the line is repeated in the last part of the line. For example, here, for example, in Epanalepsis, with ruin upon ruin, route on route, confusion was confusion. confusion verse confusion. So see here, this is an example from Milton's Paradise Lost. So with ruin upon ruin, route and route, confusion versus confusion. So here with ruin upon ruin. This is the first part. Is route and route, or confusion versus confusion. Or second example. Or this is the first example. Second example. The king is dead. The king is dead. The king is dead. Long live the king. Long live the king. See here, the king is dead. Long live the king. So here, the king and the king. Or the poet made the poet. The painter made the painter. It's a formula is also, I forgot to give the formula. And here is also the formula of the Anadiplosis also formula. Here, formula of the Anadiplosis. Its formula is that, like formula, that is the dash dash a and a dash. This is the formula. This figure is special. And it has also the formula, and its formula is like that. That is a dash dash a and d dash dash a. This is the formula. So here, the king is dead, long live the king. Or the poet made the poet. The poet made the poet. The poet made the poet. The painter made the painter. The painter made the painter. So here, see here, the poet, the poet, the painter, the painter. So this is also Epanalepsis. After Epanalepsis, all these devices are given by Leach, Geoffrey Leach, in his book, A Linguistic Guide to English Poetry. And then after that, then that is the polyproton. Its a pronunciation is different one, but see here how this pronunciation is. That is the polyproton. That is the polyproton. What is the mean by the polyproton? So polyproton means that is the repetition of the same word, or repetition of the same word in a different inflections, or repetition of the same word with different that is having inflections. The repetition of the same word with varying different inflections or grammatical inflections, different inflections. For example, and soaring ever and singing those. Sorry, and for example, this is example, and singing those to soar, and soaring ever singest. So here that is the words are the different, but the inflection, same inflection is used. That is here the singing, again here soaring, or here this is the soar, again singest. That is the and singing those to soar, and soaring ever singest. Or we have also so many examples. That is the there are so many examples which is used as, for example, he waited impatiently in waiting room. For example, he waited he waited impatiently in a waiting room. So see here the same word is that is the wait ed and here ing. So this is known as the polyproton. And next one is that is the homoeoteliton. That is the homoeoteliton. The homoeoteliton. So see here how homoeoteliton is recognized. Here the repetition of the same word, but here the repetition of the repetition of the same derivational, some same derivational or inflectional or inflectional ending or suffix, we can say inflectional ending on different words. This is the difference on different words. So here in polyproton the word is the same, soar and soaring, or singing and singest, but here the inflectional or derivational ending is the same, but words are different. So Nietzsche has referred William Wordsworth's very famous poem, and the line is from that. For example, the fallings from us, vanishings, vanishings, blank misgivings of creature, blank misgivings of a creature. So see here, the fallings from us, vanishings, and blank misgivings of a creature. So in grammar we are not allowed both prefixes and suffixes to the word. But here for the poetic effect, for the or to foreground the subject matter, to foreground the theme, sometimes the poets use this device. So here fallings, yes, fallings from us, vanishings, it is not grammatically. This is a different one. Blank miss and givings of creature. So that's why this is homoeoteliton. So this was lecture about the verbal repetitions, or in short, it is also known as a kind of the parallelism. The Leach has discussed in his book, and I have tried to simplify it. So, if you are interested in watching such kind of the videos, you can subscribe or like these videos. Thank you.